There are home profiles that lend themselves better to being a rental. The tenant is not going to be able to take care of all those things for you, and they will deteriorate over time. Do you have LVP, which is, great with pets and kids and, easy to clean? Are you giving your most prized possession to someone else to take care of? So if you look at the average rentals in the area, if you rent for say something like 4,000, 4,500, there's not many people who can afford 4,000, 4,500 in our markets. So how are you going to run it? Are you going to be nearby? Hello folks, this is Bella Vora. I'm a realtor with Coldwell Banker Realty in 𝐬𝐿𝐵, and I talk about all things real estate. I talk about all my local markets, the neighborhoods, the pros and cons, and some fun things to do in the Philly suburbs. Is your home really a good rental? What is the profile of a home that makes for a good rental? First of all, is it a townhome or is it a single detached home? Does it have an on-site septic? How big of a yard is it? Is it going to be difficult to maintain? The tenants, you're expecting them to mow the lawn and, take care of the septic and trim the trees and do the fall leaves. It's a lot more difficult to do that. Townhomes are a lot easier to rent. You let the HOA take care of the exterior, and it's only the interior that you have to worry about. Definitely, there are home profiles that lend themselves better to being a rental. The second question you want to ask is, what kind of finishes do you have? Is it a brand new home, or is it a really updated home with a lot of high-end interior finishes, right? Do you have high-end carpet? Do you have fancy quartz that you're worried about, pasta stain, sauce stains or wine stains on the counters? Do you have LVP, which is, great with pets and kids and, easy to clean? So the finishes in the house also matter. If you have a lot of higher end finishes, if you have window treatments and blinds that are really high end, I mean, you may have done all of this to, enjoy them yourself as you're living in the home, but at some point, the tenant is not going to be able to take care of all those things for you, and they will deteriorate over time. So if you have really high-end finishes, you would want to, think about it. The rentals are typically more easy to clean, easy to maintain, pet-friendly, kid-friendly, sort of workhorses. So that was the second question. Third question is about your price tag. What is actually the value of your home? It is one of the most significant assets people own. And are you giving your most prized possession to someone else to take care of, right? It's a significant investment that you've made, and will the tenants take as good a care of it as you would? Almost never, right? So if it is a higher price point, the fear is even larger. And more importantly, the rent you're going to charge is going to be a little larger. So say in our Chester County markets, we have, if you see like $3,700 or $4,000 in rent or higher, now your tenant pool is significantly smaller. So if you look at the average rentals in the area, if you rent for say something like 4,000, 4,500, there's not many people who can afford 4,000, 4,500 in our markets, right? So you got to be prepared for some vacancy in between tenants, and you have a very small buyer pool, so you're going to have to wait a little longer. Also, those people who are renting those higher end homes can afford to buy. So maybe they are renting it temporarily, and eventually when they find something, they're going to move out. The best tenant, in my opinion, is somebody who is right on the border and will continue renting for a long time, prefers rentals instead of, buying, or cannot afford to buy. If you look at it from the landlord perspective, that price point matters. The last thing in terms of the house features is, how are you going to run it? Are you going to be nearby? Is your personality the kind that, doesn't mind running and taking care of things if there's something that breaks down? Are you going to be hiring a property manager and incurring that additional expenditure? Are you going to have friends nearby who can run and take care of things in a hurry, if anything needs to be done? So the rent, some people, I'll be honest with you, please comment in the sections below. I can barely keep up with my regular life and career and kids and taking care of my own home. So adding one more home to worry about was not my cup of tea, and I sold my rental right away. Ask yourself this honest question. What is your personality? Are you the type who will take care of this other home? Now you're maintaining two homes, or are you okay to pay somebody to look out for them? So that's an honest, question that you have to ask. So that's my 4 items of checklist for the actual home that you're about to rent, and see if that works in your rental versus sale decision.